trip started on July 28th, a Friday morning. Mineral King is located in the southern part of Sequoia National Park. It was about 220 miles to Sequoia, and after that, it took me an hour to drive the final 20 miles to Mineral King. I could only go 15 to 20 miles tops on the narrow, twisting, and turning road. Here's a shot of my campsite at Atwell Mills Campground. It's not much, but it was a busy weekend and I was just happy to get a spot. When you enter the campground, a large sign lets you know that you are in bear country. Here's a bear-proof storage locker. Every campsite had one. On the locker was a list of things that attract a bear. Let's take a little closer look at the list. Let's see. Food, trash, beverage container, infant car seats, now that's scary, cleaning supplies, toothpaste, mints. I decided that the list was way too long and solved the problem with a felt marker. There's even a sign that tells you what to do if you should meet up with a bear in your campground. Okay, so you can't take these bear storage lockers around, so the next best thing is this bear canister. Made out of hard plastic. It'll store your food and your other goods in here. There's no hard corners for the bears to get a hold of it. Plus, as you can see, they're pretty damn sturdy.
That was an excellent dismount by Mark. Let's see what the judges think.
Will the judges please reveal their scores? Carrie Ann Inaba.
10!
Len Goodman.
From Len, the 10!
Bruno Tognoli.
10! It's a perfect score of 30, Val. I hope.
Oh my goodness, a perfect score. And look at that, the crowd is going absolutely crazy.
That night, I got a good night's sleep in preparation for the next day. The next day started off nice and sunny for my hike to Eagle Lake. That was the good news. The bad news? Marmots. These little guys were popular at the trailhead parking lot. For whatever reason, they like to get up under the cars and chew up on hoses and electrical wiring. Your only options are 1. Hope they aren't attracted to your car, and 2. Wrap your car in chicken wire or a protective plastic covering, like these cars here. I had neither, so I was forced to park it a lot farther away, adding an extra 2 miles total to my hike. Continuing along the trail, here's the trail. This is what I've been going through, slowly going up. Things were going great until... Looks like a junction in the trail. Let's see. I can go that way. Or I can go that way. I think I'll go that way. Wildflowers along the trail. Heading up the trail, it was at this point I was beginning to wonder what part of the word strenuous did my brain not understand. Finally, after hiking almost 5 miles and, more importantly, climbing 2,250 feet, I came to Little Eagle Lake. at Eagle Lake, elevation 10,050. Here I am. That's the lake behind me. I was expecting a little bit more than that. Okay, that's a little bit better. Heading back down through a small forest of wildflowers.
Shh! Be very, very quiet.
After getting back to my campsite, I ate a quick dinner and went to sleep. It had been a big day and would be an even bigger day tomorrow.
Big league.
The next morning broke out nice, clear, and sunny. My destination today was Lower Monarch Lake. This time I'd be hiking almost 10.5 miles round trip. There's the trail. And there's the scenery. I saw this peak in the distance and I thought maybe I can scale it on the way back. But then I said to myself,
Man's got to know his limitations.
Getting closer. Here's the trail going up. Some snow along the trail. It's probably there all year long. Some hikers in the distance. That's where I just came from. Looks like a lot of snow to cross. Here's a picture of me on the snow. It may not look like much. Because of that steep slope, that snow was as slick as greased monkey shit. Just look at this scenery. Is this beautiful or what? Let's see. It could be here, or I could be at work right now.
It's a madhouse! A madhouse!
This is where I took a snack break and filled up my water bottle. A couple of lone, wind-blown trees. After hiking a little over 5 miles, I finally come to tiny Lower Monarch Lake, elevation 10,380 feet. It was an elevation gain of 2,580 feet. No wonder I was breathing hard. I look up from the view and here's this deer standing there. I somehow get the feeling that the deer wasn't threatened by me at all. I'm wondering if this was its way of saying, piss off. Well, I made it to Monarch Lake, elevation 10,380. This is it right here. Thank you very much. Heading back down. There's the trail. And that's where I'm headed. I tell you, I was so tired when I got back to camp, I made a quick dinner, went straight to bed, and slept like a dog. The next morning found me in Sequoia National Park. Here's a shot of a campsite in Sequoia, site number 100. Not too bad of a spot, shaded and right next to a stream. Here's the view from my tent to the stream. The first thing I did after setting up camp was to head over and take the quarter-mile hike to see the General Sherman tree. There it is in the distance. Measured by volume, the General Sherman tree is the largest tree in the world. It stands 275 feet tall and is over 36 feet diameter at the base. Look at that person there at the base of the tree.
Big league.
After I left the General Sherman tree, I did a little looking around for some more of the trees. at Sequoia National Park. Pulled off the side of the road where these a group of little trees were here. Little. Anyways, having a good time. Here's my car. I'm parked by a group of trees called the Parker Group. Here's a picture of me standing next to a couple of those trees in that group. Still in the Parker Group. Next is off to the popular tunnel lock, where you can actually drive through a fallen tree. Plus, if you want, climb on top of it. Now it's finally my turn to go. The hole in the tree is 8 feet high and 17 feet wide. Next off, I decided to pay a visit to the Giant Forest Museum inside the park. Outside the museum is the giant sentinel tree. The sequoia tree grows only in California on the west side of the Sierra Nevada at an elevation of between 5,000 and 7,000 feet. Among the exhibits in the museum was the sequoia pine cone. That's right, these huge trees come from these little pine cones.
Win bigly, intelligent.
After that, I saw a few more trees and then headed back to camp where I made dinner and got a good night's sleep. The next day I was up early and headed back to Glendale, my vacation over.